Welcome everyone to the LEC post-game lobby. I'm Sjokz and I'm joined by Caedrel and by Treatz. Welcome, Treatz.
Thank you. Hello, hello.
Hello, hello, hello. Thank you so much for joining us. Of course, for the viewers also at home, we asked for you to be a guest at win or loss, so not withstanding the outcome of the game. So unfortunately, it wasn't the best game for you guys. What are your general thoughts that you have very quickly after that one versus Fnatic?
I think in general, we just played really poorly towards our win conditions, and we kind of played into their win conditions. The Riven got super snowballed, and after like a few kills, him and Seraphine just have 20,000 shields in every fight, and it was hard to win.
And what point do you think the game kind of fell apart for you guys? Do you think it was the bot side River fights where they just picked up too many kills?
I think especially the Herald, where we went full split map topside, and they went full split map upside. It was completely over. We lost like 30 CS after a pretty even 2v2 in the early game, and even though we got the Herald, it wasn't enough to like salvage the game. So yeah, I think after that point, it was really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also thank you for joining us on PGL even after that rough game. How do you approach games like this when it comes to review? Because I can imagine when you have kind of a close game where there's a lot of points where you can find things to improve on, that's very different from a game like this, where it kind of went crazy very early on. How do you deal with that in review?
Yeah, I mean, I think in general, our practice this week was really good. We learned a lot and improved a lot. I don't think it showed this game. And as you said, there was just a few like major points that just completely lost the game. So in review, obviously you look through these and you look through what you could have done to prevent them. But it's for sure more obvious than some other games where there's like more subtle points to look at, you know?
Yeah, and this one it was don't feed the Riven, I guess. But, you know, we know how hard that is even if we played a game ourselves. So it was also Kia player of the game for Bwipo. 92% of the votes. I don't think I've ever seen that.
That's a landslide.
That's a lot,
What? I mean, I guess that's what you get when you do so well on Riven. But to turn it on kind of yourself, Treatz, and Caedrel pointed this out when we had the graphic up, for every win that SK has had this season so far, so 3 of them, you were also voted the player of the game for SK. What does that tell you about how you've been doing so far?
Yeah, I mean, I think in general, supports have a lot of say in how the game goes. So I feel like more supports should pick up player of the game maybe. But obviously, I'm very happy about that. I think, especially in our losses, I want to play better and have better calls. So I'm not really happy with my performance overall, I would say. But in the wins, I think I had some solid performances.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think you were one of the standout players, and this is a roster that is going to need some time to evolve with a lot of young players and a lot of cohesion to build up. But I'd like to dive into your story a little bit because it's so awesome for us to see you back on European soil. And, you know, in the last couple of years, you've been a bit of everywhere, of course. You had a stint also on a French team. You had a stint on a Movistar Riders.
Yeah, stint with me in some random qualifier years ago as well.
With Caedrel, you definitely went through that. And then, of course, more famously on TSM Academy, and then eventually TSM, and then eventually back to us. How do you look back on that period when you were on TSM and you didn't get to play that much? And kind of how much were you waiting for a moment like this where you could come to be a starter on a team again?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the TSM story is definitely one that ended kind of sadly. I think in Academy, I developed a lot, and I was really excited for the chance to show it in LCS. I think I showed some parts of it, but I think also some parts didn't go that well, and it was partially my fault and partially just like how it was overall. You know, like me and Doublelift didn't have a lot of time to gel, and there was just a lot of unfortunate moments, I would say. But I'm happy that I could still come out strong, and I'm happy to play in SK where there's definitely a chance for me to show what I'm worth and to work with all the rookies and improve together.
And on that stint you had in TSM, how much were you involved with the main team? Because I know you're on the Academy team and you're definitely popping off in the Academy League, but how much were you involved in the main team scrims / reviews and stuff like this?
Yeah, we actually did scrim the main team quite a bit on Academy. We always had like a good relationship towards them, which I think helped a lot, especially from bot lane POV, because there was a lot to learn from us in Academy. So I would say the connection was good towards the main team, and it's definitely something that I think Academy teams are doing more and more in both Europe and NA. Having a strong main team and Academy team connection can really like boost the growth of both teams.
It definitely can. How do you, as you say, then look back on a period, and how do you deal with that as a developing player? That feeling of, okay, so I kind of done my due diligence. I've had my work up through the academy teams, through the amateur teams and whatnot. This is my chance. And then that doesn't pan out. How did that maybe sharpen your motivation to make sure that you can double down and get that success now that you get this chance on SK?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it really sucks, obviously, when you've waited so many years to get a real shot, and it feels like you kind of don't get it in a way. So obviously, there's emotions of like anger and frustration, right? But you have to channel it towards the future. So I think I'm not that kind of person to like dwell on it a long time. It's kind of like just sucks, you know. Like, what do? Just move, go next, and just hope you do better and improve more on the next team, which I think so far in SK we've done, but I think we can do way better in the future.
And I think it's a long time coming, right? The growth from Treatz especially has been great to watch.
Yeah.
I think the amount of pop-off moments you've had on Jarvan on Thresh like this is really, really nice to see. And I think it's been a long time coming, I think.
Yeah, it absolutely has. As we finish up maybe this part of the interview, can you tell us what your goals are for this year specifically? And, you know, I guess a lot of them align with the team's goals that you want to grow with them, but there's got to be also some personal ones of what you want to show here in Europe.
I mean, honestly, I don't really care that much about my personal performance. I want to win as a team. So if I get player of the game or someone else, I don't really care. Whichever makes us win the most games is what I'm looking for. And our goal as a team is obviously to win both splits. I think spring will be harder than summer, but I'm confident in summer will be a really strong team despite having a lot of rookies. I think we've shown some like moments of brilliance. I think we've also shown a lot of moments of int, but we're not really afraid to go for plays, you know, like we're confident in ourselves and in our abilities. And I think it makes us improve way faster than other teams which are playing like slow and boring and not like willing to take fights, you know. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to especially summer to win.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have been very, very fun to watch, and we can see the development in every game. This last one notwithstanding, it was a bit unlucky, but we'll look forward to the other ones. So let's take a look at the standings. Where you guys land right now is in the middle of the pack at 3 and 5. So we're approaching the halfway start of the halfway part of the split. Rather, so no man overboard at all. If you keep your course steady, your eyes can be set on the playoffs. But at the top of the standings, we have Rogue and G2 Esports. Rogue only dropped 1 game, G2 has dropped 2, but tomorrow they have their match of the week. What would your prediction be, Treatz?
Who do they play tomorrow, G2?
Rogue, it's the match of the week.
Oh, okay, sorry. I mean, I think both teams are obviously really solid. I think right now Rogue might be a bit sharper than G2. Even in their game today, G2 kind of like stumble in some points and have some ints. They for sure like out macro the game, but I feel like Rogue is a sharper team right now, so I actually would say that they will win the game.
And we know you want to make playoffs. Currently in 7th place. What team are you looking at to kind of knock out of the top 6? You're looking at Mad Lions, Sjokz or XL. Who do you think you can actually overtake to get into that playoff spot going later into the split?
I mean, I think overall later in the split, I don't think XL is going to be that strong. I think they played really good against us, and we had a pretty bad showing, I would say. But I think they are probably the team that we're looking at first. I think the rest as well, like Mad Lions, I think even Sjokz are really beatable for us in like the coming weeks. So honestly, I'm not like too scared at all to push them out of playoffs and take our own spots. It's just right now it's looking a bit bad.
And the one question I'd be interested to know from yourself is, historically throughout Europe, I think Hylissang and Mickey X the last 2 years especially have been like the dominating supports. We saw the rise of Norskare and Tore. We saw the rise of Trimby now especially as well. Who do you think are the top supports that you're looking at kind of trying to overtake going into those top spots as the best supports in Europe?
I think overall the support role is kind of open right now to whichever one performs. And I think also it's very easy to judge too fast, especially on support, because if you're winning as a support, you usually get like insane KD, insane kill participation. You're just everyone on the map winning, you know. But if you're losing, then most of the times your score will look bad and it looks like you're inting because you want to make plays even though you're behind. So I think it's kind of hard to judge, honestly, as a role in itself. But I would still say like the top dogs are still the top dogs. Like I think Hylissang is always solid, even though he has his moments. I think Mickey X is also really solid, so I think those two I'm still looking up to the most. But I don't think anyone is like insanely good or I can't overtake them with time.
And you're totally right. The supports never get the praise. It's always, they're feeding.
Medic knows.
Or they're insane. Medic knows. I mean, Mickey knows. I think he tweeted back to Tom Kench today again. So, I don't know. It's a hard life for you guys. Let's take a look at the schedule and the matches on the docket for tomorrow. And the camera's in the way, but I want to see who
SK versus Vitality.
Vitality.
First game
there
of the
we
day.
go. First game of the day. There we go, Treatz. So what will be kind of the most important focus for you to take that win away, knowing that Crownshot is there in the bot lane now, so that might be kind of a different beast than Comp.
I don't think so, honestly. I don't think AD carry matters.
Okay.
As long as we don't int, then we win the game, I think.
Oh, strong words.
Yeah, if you don't int, you win the
AD carry
game.
roll's useless.
Yeah, if you don't int, you win the game. I think you learned your lesson from today already, Treatz.
Oh.
Yeah, for sure. No, I mean, I agree. I think, I mean, honestly, AD carry can change like over the course of several weeks, but they haven't had that many weeks to practice or anything, so I don't think him or Comp will really matter for us. As long as we focus on our game and we don't int like today, then I'm confident.
You heard it here first. Don't int.
Don't int, yeah. We're just joking around with you. Thank you for being a good sport and rolling with the punches. So a little thing I also want to talk about is the Euphoria bet. So if you missed it, Dracos and Caedrel on Euphoria, they picked a team for each match, and then if you got the prediction wrong, for each amount you got wrong, you need to eat a
very, very, very spicy chicken wing.
Spicy chicken wing. But today...
But today it's 4-1 to me.
4-1.
Treatz did let me down a little bit in that game, but I'll let him off because I'm already 4-1 up.
Sorry.
So Dracos, it's not looking good for him. I'm glad that Fnatic won today, otherwise I might be a bit hungry in that segment. But yeah.
I love this lower third. Dracos, 4 wings. Caedrel, 1 wing. This is the statistical, graphic support that we need here in the LEC. So we're going to sign off. But first, I would like to take a selfie with Treatz and Caedrel. It's a little tradition we do here in Europe.
The classic PGL tradition.
Classic PGL tradition we started last year because the players can't...
Which Trevor forgets all the time.
Yeah.
But he didn't get it once.
He's honestly not that good at it either. So Treatz has the most easy role. He doesn't have to do anything. Let's go.
I'll stand still, yeah.
Yay! That's how it's done, Trevor. There we go. Thank you so much, Treatz, for joining us. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. And as from us, we'll see you tomorrow for some more LEC. But for now, you can check out the LCS in a couple of hours, and we'll be back tomorrow. See you.
See you. Lovely.
Sjokz is one-tricking Nico in solo queue.
There's the teleport coming in. The first one, the target gets blown up. The false bomb into a big one.
Magic Felix!
Magic Felix with the double kill. Welcome to the LEC. Prize goes all the way forward. He's already feasted down. He's running for his life. There's a fight between Lavrov and Torre as the rest of Vitality and XL chase themselves through the jungle.
Combat!
And that's going to be the win for Torre. He manages to pick up the kill. Shigenda buys some additional time of his own as Patrick continues to fire out. The deadly flourish is sidestepped. The unstoppable onslaught goes in. The quickness is from Vander. Not going to be enough just yet. That's a great stun. The weak one is trying to slow everybody down.
Look at Reckless!
But Reckless is untouched. Reckless has got a triple. Reckless has destroyed Misfits.
Rapid fire auto attack,
And he's looking for the next one. That's the quadra kill. One away from the pentakill. Give it to him.
I think Reckless can auto attack Hobby without going under the fountain laser. He's an absolute machine, and G2 in classic G2 fashion. They're ready for the dive. They want the penta. Oh no, the map play. Caps is in the bot lane, and so is everyone else, Trevor.
It's a disaster for Fidget and the Misfits, scratching their heads, trying to save the Peanut from impending Armageddon. And G2, 5 kills to 2 for 4,000 gold in 12.5 minutes. Dude, the gold lead has skyrocketed so quickly.
Sjokz forced back once again. You can see Tinks on his way up, still unkilled at the 15-minute mark as Whipper flashes forward. The broken blade has been reforged and Tinks can do nothing about it. Whippo able just to walk his way away. Tinks comes in to clear out the way.